welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well and happy new year as well. So welcome back to the first video of 2026. So as you probably saw from the title of the video, I do have the full, it's really difficult to get this in frame just because it's so huge, but I do have the full Glamlite and Saw collection to go over today. So this box ended up being absolutely massive. Me and my husband were laughing at just the sheer size of this. I did not think it was going to be this big at all. I did see pictures of it online and everything first. It just did not look as big as it is in person when I saw it online. But yeah, it'll make a cool storage box, especially if you're into Saw or if you're into horror movies like we are. So yeah, I did purchase the full collection with my own money. I will go over everything to do with the collection. So we have an eyeshadow palette, a cheek palette, a brush set, a lip duo as well, and I do have some thoughts about that. So if you're interested in seeing swatches of the full collection, and then I am going to do a demo for this look that I'm wearing here now, please keep watching. Okay, so we will get into this look now. I'm just gonna put my hair back out of my face. I do already have my foundation and a bit of concealer, and oh, I actually need to put eye primer on my eyes already, so I am looking a bit scary. It's kind of covered on my hips a bit, and then my eyebrows look really dark. But yeah, we're just gonna get into doing this look now. And I realized I did actually forget to show the mirror as well that comes with the collection and the makeup bag. So here is the mirror, just without trying to blind you. What it looks like here, it's has like this kind of fake serrated edge and then a little chain hanging from the bottom, so it is really cute. It is a bit gimmicky. I kind of prefer they're more round shape mirrors, or they're just kind of standard shape mirrors, but yeah, it is cute. Obviously it's part of the collection. And then we do also have this kind of large makeup bag or toiletry bag you could use it for. I'm currently using it to store dirty brushes before I wash them. But yeah, it is a really nice makeup bag, and it does have, just trying to show you the print on the inside here, it does actually have the little Billy print on the inside of the bag. So yeah, it is really cute, and it actually does have a little space to hold brushes here as well. So yeah, it is a cute makeup bag. Sorry, I just forgot to include that in the swatches. Okay, so we'll get into using the eyeshadow palette first. So I'll just take it out from the box here, and yeah, I do really love these horror themed boxes that Glamlite does with their horror collections, so I can't wait now to put up. I have a few of their other ones up on a shelf, so I can't wait to display that. And I do actually still use them, even though I usually do store the eyeshadow palettes inside the boxes as well, but I do still take them down and use them. So yeah, I'm trying to think what colours I will go with. I actually think this is a really, really nice colour story, so I love the kind of more grungy and murky sort of purple tones, and then the kind of cranberry tones as well. It actually would make a good holiday palette as well, I think, just with those sort of cranberry purple tones in it. Yeah, I actually really do love this colour story. I think it's probably one of the nicest ones that Glamlite has come out with for their horror collections as well. It doesn't really scream Saw very much. I suppose the kind of murky grungy tones it does a bit, but I'm just glad that we didn't get kind of the typical red and black shades that they had been doing in quite a few other of their horror themed palettes. So it is quite different from those other palettes, which I'm really happy about. So okay, so I'm just going to put a bit of eye primer on before we start this. I did forget to do that step. I'm actually practically at the end of this eye primer here, on the hunt for a good new one. Actually, if anyone has any recommendations, I would love for you to let me know. I do kind of generally prefer primers if they're kind of quite light in skin tone, just because obviously I am so pale, so I need something, even if it kind of leans more of a white base or a very, very pale base, that is fine with me. That is kind of what I'm looking for. I've actually never tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I know that's kind of a white, fairly white colour, so I was actually looking at that. So if anyone has any experiences with that, I know I've kind of seen some really mixed reviews about it. Like, some people love it or some people hate it, I suppose. So, well, yeah, let me know your thoughts about that. Okay, so I was going to do a cut crease for this look. I was just thinking about doing one there, and then the more I thought about it, I said no, it's just going to take way too long. I've already taken way too long to put this video up, so I think I'm just going to try and do a fairly quick and easy kind of smoky purple look. So I'll probably start with the darker purple shades first, so Spiral, maybe a bit of the black, and then I'll blend it out to the lighter purple shades. And then I really want to kind of use this kind of murky purple shade here, Saw Blade, on the lid, and then probably one of the lighter shimmers as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so I'm also going to try and incorporate the brushes from this collection as much as possible as well. So I'm just going in with this. Do these brushes actually have numbers on them or anything? No. Okay, so I forgot to take note of which brush this is, but it's kind of like a dense packing kind of brush, I suppose, that you could kind of blend and pack on shadows with. Okay, so I just picked up that really deep plum shade Spiral, and I'm just going to start packing that on the outer corner here, just to try and build up some pigment. And let me know as well if you get a chance. I have actually changed the layout of how I'm filming, so I don't have a table in front of me. I was just sick of rearranging my room every time I go to film a YouTube video, because we live in quite a small house, so every time I was filming a YouTube video, because our bedrooms are so small, sorry, I was basically moving around a half the room to accommodate, so I'd have room to actually put my my desk or my vanity in front of me, and then the camera behind that. And today I just said, you know what, I'm not doing that, because it's actually turning me off filming and deterring me from doing it. Whereas I want to try and get into the habit of just being able to kind of set up my filming station or spot where I take YouTube videos, just so I can kind of get it done quickly. I'm going to try and do that as one of my New Year's resolutions, I think, because I just was making a lot of excuses as to why I couldn't get the content that I wanted to do done. And you know what, I need to just start actually getting in and doing it and trying to do it a bit quicker, and just stop making excuses, because no one's going to do it for me, so I have to do it myself. So yeah, let me know if anyone has any interesting New Year's resolutions as well this year. I usually don't actually make them. The past couple of years I haven't anyway, probably just because I've been in such a fog with having babies and all that sort of stuff. But this year I do kind of have a bit more motivation. So okay, so just with a kind of smaller fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to dip into this shade here, the kind of pinky shade, and make your choice. And I'm just going to start stamping that on the outskirts of that kind of plum shade, just to try and get a bit of a blend going here. And I'm just going to stamp it on before I actually kind of start blending it properly. And yeah, it is quite like a peachy sort of pink. It is actually doing the job already. I'm just kind of stamping it on before I actually kind of get in and do any sort of blending work. Yeah, let me know if anyone else ordered this collection or any bits from this collection. I was so excited for it to get to me, but for some reason it was just really delayed. So I actually ordered this, I think I mentioned in the last video I did, I ordered this kind of just a couple of days before Halloween, I think it was. I think I missed the initial launch, and then I ordered it when they did the second launch. I think that was like maybe halfway through October, or I think it was only actually a couple of days before Halloween. And then I ordered the Bratz collection then, which launched a couple of weeks after that, 2 or 3 weeks after that I think. And then I ended up getting the Bratz collection first, and this, I actually was really worried about this delivery. I thought it was going to get stuck and that I wasn't going to get it, but I eventually did get it after the Bratz delivery. And then obviously Christmas and everything happened, and I ended up getting really busy with my job as well, so I just did not have time to sit down and film. It was kind of more like quick content that I was doing just before Christmas, so I just really did not have a chance to film with it. And also a bit of laziness as well. I did kind of want to have a bit of a break over the Christmas period. I did have intentions initially to film a few YouTube videos and get that done, but I ended up just getting really lazy. I just feel like I really needed a break. I feel like everyone was like that as well. Content was kind of really slow for people. The past few weeks I hadn't really seen many new YouTube videos or anything going up, which is absolutely fine. Everybody needs a break, no matter if you're a big content creator or a smaller one, because obviously people have other jobs as well and other commitments going on in the background. But yeah, I'm just going to go back in with that really deep plum shade called Spiral and just sort of re-intensify that now, because we did lose a bit of the pigment when I started buffing out that kind of pink shade. Yeah, I hope everyone had a nice Christmas, or if you celebrate Christmas that is, or holiday season, or even if you don't celebrate it, I hope you managed to get some sort of a break off, because I mean obviously we don't celebrate the religious side of Christmas in our house, at least anyway. We're not religious, so we don't celebrate the religious aspect of it, but obviously it's just really nice to have time off with your family and, you know, just get a break from not working. My husband usually has to work over Christmas. Well, he always uses annual leave days to make sure he doesn't, but he works for an American company, so they don't actually get the Christmas days off the way we do here as like public holidays, or, you know, as kind of standard days off that most office jobs would get, like the way I do. I have an office job, I work from home, but it means I kind of, as standard, would get a good chunk of time off over Christmas, whereas he doesn't. But he took some annual leave days so that he'd kind of have like an extended Christmas break. And yeah, it was just really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to intensify that outer corner a tiny bit more and just go in with the black shade called Tested down here. And I'm just going to go in with a different brush. This brush is actually from Morphe. I don't know what the number is at all. It's just kind of quite a small pointed blender brush, and just going to dip into this black shade and just stamp it on the outer corner here, just to get a nice bit of definition in the crease. So I feel like this look might end up looking like a lot of the looks I've done over the past couple of weeks, and probably more so on my Instagram because I haven't uploaded to YouTube for a few weeks now since I did the Bratz collection overview. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of purple looks lately. It's just my favourite colour and it makes me really happy, and especially these tones of purple as well. These kind of more grungy tones, although there is some brightness with that light pink, kind of pinky peach shade that I used in the outer corner as well. So yeah, that black shade is actually really nice. I had no issues stamping that into the outer corner and kind of blending it out. So shadows do seem to be working really well so far. I'm just going to again go back in with a bit of that plum just to kind of stamp over and just make sure everything is really kind of seamless and just blended in nicely to each other. I'm going to go in with the lid shades now. I'm just going to go in with a bit of sticky primer first of all, face primer from Elf. I'm just patting this over here where I want the shimmers to go, just so I can really adhere them onto the lid. Okay, so just taking that smoky purple shade Saw Blade, and I'm just going to start stamping that on the kind of outer portion here, or the middle of the lid I suppose. That's actually a gorgeous shimmer shade. Oh, I really love that. It's like a nice smoky sort of purple, and they are actually really shimmery. I don't know if the camera is going to be picking it up the best. I will try and get some close-ups afterwards when the look is complete, but it's actually a gorgeous shimmer shade. Yeah, I have to have the ring light on in this room while I'm filming, just because it is so dark, but and it does just unfortunately wash out shimmer shades, but I really love that. That would actually be really nice if you wanted to do like a really quick look. You could literally just use maybe one matte in the crease. Even if you wanted to kind of make it like a more neutral leaning look, you could use one of the brown shades. Actually there's two browns in this palette, so you could use one of those in the crease and then just put one of the shimmers all over the lid. In my day-to-day makeup, that's what I tend to do, just to kind of save time if I want a shimmer, but I just don't want to spend a lot of time. I just kind of whack a matte shade in the crease and then just literally blend the shimmer. Sometimes with my finger I'll just blend it all over. So I'm just going to go back in with the shade that I put the plum down, just to kind of blend the top of this shimmer ever so slightly. I'm going to wipe off that brush and I'm going to use, the same brush that I used for the smoky purple, and I'm going to go in with this. Yeah, I'm actually going to go in with this middle shade here, Cut Deep, and it's the shade that is supposed to look like it has speckles of blood in it, I think, but I think once you kind of blend them out, it just ends up being like a really sort of light silvery pink shade when you blend them out. It actually really reminds me of, there is a shade from the Dexter palette from Lethal Cosmetics as well that has a similar effect in it, but when you end up putting it on your eye, it does just end up looking like, yeah, it's kind of more coming up as a kind of silvery pink. It is still a really nice shade though. Okay, so the top of the eyes are pretty much done now. I did go in with black liquid liner, so I'm just going to go in and do the bottom lash line now. So I really want to do some of the kind of more red shades on the lower lash line, or the burgundy shades. So I'm going to go in with this burgundy liner. It's from Peaches and Cream Cosmetics, and it's, I think the shade is called War Paint. It just says War Paint eyeliner, so I'm pretty sure that's what the shade name is, but it's like a really nice burgundy colour. I really hope I'm not going to make my eyes run with this, but my eyes were so watery yesterday. I have a bit of a cold. My younger two boys, the 4-year-old and the 1-year-old, both had colds probably the past week or two now at this stage, and I think I'm after getting it from them. I'm kind of starting to get quite snuffled up and everything, and yesterday I tried to do a makeup look and I had to abandon it because my eyes and my nose were just watering like crazy. So I'm going to go in with this matte shade Rust here, and I'm going to use this on one of the brushes that came with the collection. So it's like a flat sort of shader brush. I'm going to start to smudge this under where I laid down the eyeliner, and yeah, I can already see my eyes are watering like crazy there. But I'm just going to go in now with one of the burgundy shades. I think I'll use the shade Timer, this burgundy shimmer shade. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same brush and just buff this underneath, like right underneath the lower lash line, just kind of on top of where I placed that matte shade down. The matte shade was just to kind of give it a bit of a base and make the shimmer shade really pop. So hopefully it does what I want it to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go in now and do the inner corner with this shade Jigsaw. It's just kind of like quite a white silvery sort of shade, and I'm using a Blend Bunny L04 brush for this. I think it was from the Lynn's collection. That's a really nice bright kind of white sort of silver shade. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of my face, and then we will be back to use the blush and then the lip products as well. Okay, so the full face is nearly finished now. I did actually go in with another shade just on the lower lash line to buff out those red shades. So I went in with this kind of really light pinky kind of cream shade called Live or Die, just to kind of buff out those burgundy shades, and I think it did do a good job of that. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the blush duo now. I'm just trying to check to see, does it actually say it's a highlighter and a blush, or... So it is just marketed as a blush duo, I think. I did actually think it was a highlighter at first. Just judging by the shades, it's a matte blush, and then you can kind of mix and match it with the more kind of glowy shade if needs be. I suppose if you had a darker skin tone, you might be able to get away with the glowy shade as a highlighter, or like a really kind of subtle highlighter. I don't think I will with my skin tone. As you can see, I'm literally a ghost, so I'm just going to mix the two shades together and just kind of try and create a bit of a more kind of glowy blush shade. So I'm actually going to try and use this brush that came with the collection. It's kind of more of a, I think it might be geared towards more of like a cream product blush, or say foundation, or even cream bronzer or cream blush, but I'm going to give it a go and see if I can use it with the blush duo. So it's quite a dense brush, so it might pick up a lot of pigment. So I'm just going to try and get off some of the excess here, but I'm just going to start kind of stamping that on the top of the cheek here, and yeah, no, this brush is definitely not going to work. It's way too densely packed, so I'm just going to go in with a blush brush. I'm just going to go in with a regular blush brush and start kind of applying this to the cheeks. It is actually really pigmented, like Glamlite's blush formula is, well, at least all the ones I've tried have been really nice and pigmented. I'm just going to go back over that with the glowy side now. That's actually a really gorgeous shade. I don't know how much this would actually work for medium to deep skin tones. It's really only going to work for kind of very fair or light skin tones like myself, I'd say. So unfortunately I don't know how it's going to look if you have a deeper skin tone. Probably would have been better if they could have included two separate blush shades, since it is a blush duo. They could have given us maybe a lighter blush and then a darker blush, but I don't know really what goes on behind the scenes when they are creating these collections, so who knows, they might have been really limited with what shades they could include. So yeah, that's how the blush is looking like so far. It does have a really nice sheen to it, you can probably see here, without being glittery or kind of sparkly or anything. So be a really good like everyday sort of blush shade, I think. Just yeah, it is unfortunate. I really love Glamlite's powder blush formula, just unfortunate that it is such a light shade, and it is only going to really work for kind of fair to light skin tones, like I said. So yeah, I just wish that there had been a bit more variety with this. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with this brush now from the collection. It looks like it was supposed to be a highlighter brush, so I'm going to go in and just apply my highlighter. There is no highlighter with this collection. I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, it's one of their powder highlighters, the Glow Glide Face Architect highlighter. God, that's a mouthful. Just going in with this now on the top of my cheekbones. This is in the shade Pillow Talk. Okay, so the last product we are trying out today is the lip kit, so the lip liner and, does it actually say, oh, it's a lip plumper duo. Oh no, not another lip plumper. I actually didn't even realise it was a lip plumper, I just thought it was a gloss or kind of a lip lacquer or something. So I wasn't really a fan of the Bratz lip plumper that came with that collection, but we'll test this out and see how we get on. So you'll probably see from the swatches, I love the shade of the lip liner. It's like a kind of really deep brown, but I actually couldn't manage to get the lip plumper to dispense any product. I was clicking and clicking and clicking for ages. I did try to include a clip of me doing that as well. I'm going to try now again on camera and see if we can get it to work, but I think I did see a few other people say as well that had bought the lip kit that they had the same issue with it, and that they were going to get onto the Glamlite customer service to see if there's some sort of way that you're supposed to be opening this. So we'll try it out now and see if we can get it to work. But I'll just go in with the lip liner first of all. So here is the lip liner on its own. I actually really love this shade. It's I don't really usually wear shades like this too often. It's more like a kind of warmer or a redder leaning brown. So it's actually really nice. I've just been trying to sit here though and get this lip plumper working. I'm just going to try and show you like on camera how this is literally just not. I sat and I did this when I did the swatches yesterday as well, just for ages trying to get any product to dispense from this, and it's just not coming out. And there is a little sticker on top of the lid that says please remove the stopper before use, which I have done, and I've turned this. There's like a twist for open and close. I did that as well. It is actually pumping, it's just not dispensing any product at all. So I'm definitely gonna have to get onto the Glamlite customer service about that, because it seems to be other people are having the same issue as well. I don't know if it's the case that it's just a bit of a product fault and the actual liquid is just way too far down in the little component for it to come out easily. So I don't know, I might have to get onto the customer service and see about that. But I'll just add on a different lip shade and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts about the collection so far. Okay, so here is the final look, and just before I get to say what shade I used on my lips, it's the Melt Cosmetics nude lipstick. I just really wanted to go in with a light nude shade, so I'll just give you my thoughts about using the collection so far. So I'd say if you were planning on picking up any pieces from this collection, for me anyway, personally, my favourite pieces were probably the eyeshadow palette and the blush. I actually do really like the brush set as well. And I would say is again with the blush, like I was saying, is that it's only going to work for a certain amount of skin tones. Only obviously I'm extremely fair. I'd say even if you were a medium, or yeah, say definitely any deeper than a medium, I don't think that blush shade is going to work for you. It's just, it is quite fair, so that is unfortunate. It is a lovely formula. I just really wish that they had included more variety. They could have given us like a deep purple shade, a really deep pink shade or something like that. So yeah, that is unfortunate. So I do really love the eyeshadow palette actually, so I'd say that this is probably the most standout product I'd say from the collection. I do really love these kind of deeper murky tones, and they are quite muted as well, and then we do obviously have some neutral shades as well. I love to wear these sort of shades every single day. I think you could even pair these kind of more purple tones and cranberry tones with the shimmers from the palette as well, just for kind of easy everyday neutral just for easy kind of everyday neutral looks as well. Just something with a bit of colour but not too kind of bright and out there. If you're someone that does kind of gear towards more subdued or muted tones, I absolutely love this colour story, so I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this palette. And I'm not sure if it's definitely my favourite colour story out of the horror collections that Glamlite has put out. Yeah, I do really love the Friday the 13th palette as well, and also I do love the Halloween 2, the Michael Myers palette as well that they came out with. So I'm not sure which one is my favourite yet, but this is definitely up there. I just wear these sorts of shades all the time, so I know I'll get a lot of use out of this. And we do have a good mix of mid and deep and light tone shades as well, so it should work on a good variety of skin tones, and the pigmentation and everything is definitely there. So yeah, the brush set, I'm really happy with the brush set actually. I think I used, I used all the brushes apart from the fluffy eye blending brush, which I just completely forgot about, but I did try to use this kind of larger buffer brush, just I think with the wrong intention. Basically I think this is supposed to be used for cream products or foundation, and I tried to blend out my powder blush with it, so it didn't work out very well, but I'd say it would be a good brush. I'll try and get some use out of this for cream products. So yeah, overall I am really enjoying this brush set. I do think I will get some use out of it as well. Yeah, so the lip kit, I'm just going to put this back in here now. I'm really disappointed just with how obviously the lip plumper performed. I couldn't actually dispense the product at all, so I had to abandon that for the video, but I will try and get on to the Glamlite customer service and see what the story is with that. I did see a few other people reporting the same issue. Never actually saw the outcome of what happened or whether they got it to work in the end or whether the customer service responded to them or what, but I'll try to maybe do a pinned comment in this video and see what the update of that will be. Really hoping I can get that solved so it's not a complete waste of money. The lip liner was a really nice formula, really creamy, and I know I said in my last video as well I absolutely love Glamlite's lip liners, and this lip liner just seemed to be consistent with their regular lip liner formula. So yeah, I suppose it's not a complete waste of money anyway. I know I will get use out of the lip liner, just a shame about the lip plumper, but I will try to update as to the outcome of that. Okay, so I think that was everything about the collection. Again, I am sorry for the delay with putting this video up. It just got absolutely manic before Christmas and there was no way I was going to be able to get that up before Christmas in the end. So thank you so much anyway for watching the video this far, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you picked up anything from this collection or just your thoughts about the collection in general. So now that we're in the new year as well, I do actually have a few other videos planned to do. So I know I said before that I do kind of want to steer away from doing only videos about new releases. I do want to kind of start using some of my older products and older palettes and everything to create new videos. So yeah, let me know if there's any particular palettes or any kind of older collections, and I'll see if I have them in my collection that you'd like me to do kind of updated videos about. So my camera keeps turning off and overheating, so I'm going to try and speed through this as quickly as possible. I will obviously be using this collection to create more looks over on my Instagram page as well, so if you're interested in seeing more content with this collection, you want to give me a follow over there as well. So it's just the same handle as here, Stina Celestial Beauty, so I'll leave the handle down below as well. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you for watching this video so far, and also for anyone that has subscribed to my channel recently. Thank you so much for that. It really does mean so much to me. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd love if you could subscribe, and if you did enjoy this video, stick around for more content like this. Okay, so I think that was everything. I'm going to try and wrap this up quickly, so thank you so much again for watching the video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Take care, bye.